Kathy Griffin, I guess that's her name. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen her do something. I think it was Jerry Seinfeld show where she got the barbecue sauce. Well, she does a decapitation of Donald Trump. And we know that threats can technically be charged as a crime. Whether the constitutionality of that would have to, go to higher power. I guess I would say I'm a big believer in the First Amendment, and I believe what she did should be protected by the First Amendment, obviously, because, it's a First Amendment thing. I see it as satire sort of thing, kind of like the dog taking a pee on the little girl statue. You have to have consequences with your free speech. You should, you can say this is distasteful. It's like art, any art. You do something artistic and someone has a right to say, well, that sucks or that's good. When Kathy Griffin does this distasteful art piece, per se, I'm used to conservatives wigging out, and I think we wig out too much, and I really shouldn't put my boat in most of the status quo conservatives because I'm not, your status quo conservative. So they wigged out, and the next thing you know, I saw a libertarian friend of mine who is very libertarian, big believer in freedom of speech, big believer in the Second Amendment, wig out as well. And I'm thinking, when you make libertarians, you can kind of turn their stomach, you really have gone too far. Actually, some of the left people have spoken out against what Kathy Griffin did. Let's point that out, and kudos to them. There's a large outrage that, okay, it's okay for Kathy Griffin to do that Donald Trump, but I can't do that to Kathy Griffin. And that's a line that, you have to figure out whether you should cross to or not, and she crossed it. So another thing too, I think it's a crime to threaten the President of the United States. They have made it a crime to do it. And again, the question goes to, believer in freedom of speech. I think it was Abraham Lincoln who was threatened supposedly, and he says, well, your rights end where my nose begins. And when you actually hit a person, you've gone beyond the rights. So, because, like I said, I believe that hate speech is protected by the First Amendment. Do I believe this art piece should be protected by the First Amendment? I guess I'm extreme enough to say, yes, I think it's okay. I think what she did is satire, and maybe here's the issue that now that we have leftists realizing that this has gone too far and that there is consequences to your first speech. The other day I was talking about how gay MGTOW is. Yeah. And of course the gay guys get on there and get upset. I'm sorry I offended their homosexual religion, but that's, my opinion. Now that we have the left on one side, Kathy Griffin, who the left is saying, okay, this has gone too far, and the right saying it's gone too far. So what is the reasoning of why this has gone too far? Because it becomes personal. It's back in the day I was doing videos, and I noticed every time I defended someone, the videos were flagged, as unpopular, and I was attacked for defending someone or attacking someone. Well, then I realized maybe I need to focus more on the ideology and less about the person. So, when I make jokes about how gay MGTOW is, the mad cows are, I'm making jokes that are telling people, it's not the people in mad cow. They're probably good people. They're probably, a lot of homosexuals are good people. But I go after the philosophy. It's the same way with Democrats and liberals. When I make videos about the leftists, I'm going after the philosophy of the leftists. I'm trying to tell you that this philosophy is wrong. Okay, there's nothing personal against that person. Now, if we have gone to the point of personal attacks against people, then it becomes something else. It becomes a threat. It becomes more of hate. And what we're seeing is like with Antifa, actually jumping all over, Milo for his viewpoints, or any other, Ann Coulter for her viewpoints. What you're seeing is not really, it's becoming hate. You're not seeing ideological alter, it's like, do I choose the right or the left? No, it's a personal attack against that person because we don't like them. And the reason why we don't like them because they have these viewpoints. But my videos wanted to point out ideology, and there's nothing wrong going and say, oh, Trump's philosophy is wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if Cenk on his channel is today condemning Kathy Griffin for what she did, because he understands that we're going after the ideology, not the person. When it comes personal, then you've gone too far. Then you step into hatred. And that's where you don't want to go. You're at war with an ideology. You're not at war with the people yet. Will it come to a war with people? I think right now this Kathy Griffin can probably get us to talk to each other, the right and the left, and talk about things that we need to talk about. We need to sit down and say, maybe, you don't see anyone on the right holding heads of leftists out there. When Milo destroyed Twitter, Twitter is, on stage in a casket. Twitter is a corporation. And for some reason, the leftists don't have a problem with that, because it's a corporation. Mitt Romney would say, well, corporation are people. So the question is right now that we're in agreement that Kathy Griffin is wrong in what she did, is this an opening for discussion? So you guys have a great day.